Hello, viewers. Welcome to Investors Brew. Let's start with some fresh news. Maruti Q3 profit zooms to 130% on strong demand, primarily due to price hikes, better demand for its top-end models, and declining raw material costs. Reliance Jio on Tuesday announced the rollout of its 5G services across 50 cities, terming it the largest ever launch of these services. Indian companies will command 8% of the global software as a service market by 2027 as they generate 35 billion in annual recurring revenue, said Bain and Company report. Vistara's cash flow is sufficient and will not need fresh funding from promoters for another 6 months, the airline chief executive officer Vinod Kannan said on Tuesday. Chennai-based TVS Motor Company posted a 28% rise in net profit for the third quarter of FY 22-23, which was at 303.6 crore rupees. US firm accuses Adani. The Adani Group questions report's timing, calls it malicious. The shares of Adani Group company lost around 85,761 crore rupees in the market value after Hindenburg issued the report and said it had taken short positions in the group's stock. After clocking losses for 7 straight quarters, Tata Motors on Wednesday posted a consolidated net profit of 3,043 crore rupees in the Q3 of FY 22-23. Google starts complying with CCI directive finally. The phone manufacturers will now be able to license individual Google apps for pre-installation on smartphones, and Android users will now have an option to pick a default search engine on their web service devices, the tech giant said on the Wednesday. Uh, sovereign green bonds. This sovereign green bond story was shared earlier. So in continuation, the government has the government's maiden sale of green bonds was greeted with a strong demand by investors on Wednesday, with securities being issued at a lower yields than those prevailing on regular sovereign bonds of comparable maturity. Dealers said that according to the expectation by traders ahead of the auction, the sale saw a robust demand from the state-owned banks. The auction for 5 teams in the Women's IPL League, now called the Women's Premier League, concluded on Wednesday, with the BCCI walking home with nearly 4,670 crores. The auction of teams was for a 10-year period. Happiest Mind Technologies on Wednesday announced that it has signed an agreement to acquire Madurai-based IT services firm Sri Mukambika Info Solutions through a combination of upfront and deferred equity considerations amounting to 111 crore rupees. Real estate major DLF on Wednesday reported a net profit of 519 crore rupees for the third quarter of FY 2023, reflecting an increase of 36.8%. Kishore Biani has resigned as an executive chairman and director of debt-ridden Future Retail of the Future Group. Mumbai-based drug maker Cipla posted a 10% year-on-year rise in the net profit to 800 crore rupees for the third quarter of FY 23. Indian Bank's Q3 profit also surged 102% to 1,396 crore rupees. The central government has decided to sell 3 million tons of wheat from its inventories through a special open market sales scheme to cool the record high prices of the commodity. The government said under this scheme, the wheat would be offered to the flour millers and bulk buyers through e-auction for a maximum quantity of 3,000 tons per buyer per auction from FCI.